Hello, this is Fuzzy Wingman, and today it's more Kill Team, obviously. I'm playing the matched play mission from the Kill Team 2019 annual, Yield to No One, and the faction for that one is Necrons. So we're getting some Necrons in here. I tried to do it as a one-box purchase because, I can't just buy several boxes at once and paint them and get a great team. So I took some people's suggestions and did a box of Immortals. Here's the thing, though. 5 Immortals on their own will not equal 100 points. But I am going to do a 100-point battle because that's kind of what I've been doing with everything else. Especially because I want to use them for other armies that are 100 points. I realized I could just make them level 4. Like as if they're a campaign. So they have a level 4 leader. And the other 4 are all level 4, kill team. Non-specialist kill team. And the reason why I did non-specialist is they can get absolutely insane when you do that. I realized I need to determine who's the leader of the Necrons. Because, it doesn't really stand out because I didn't do a paint job to stand out. So I'll do the guy who's walking, whose head totally didn't glue on well. Because there's only one walking. Cool, done. Leader decided. Objectives must be in deployment zones. Each team, there's one objective in each deployment zone. I have up until 4 inches into the center. How far is this? About 15 inches, so I have about 11 inches from there. And the objectives just have to be 6 inches from the board edge, correct? 6 inches away from the edge of the battle. And they have to be in a deployment zone. And I have 8 inches this way, so it's a big box. And 6 inches from the edge. So the one that's going over here is a lot harder to hide. Get it about there, though. Oh, yeah, it's well within... Not within... yeah. It's beyond the 6 inches. That center, there's the center. Oh, this one can hide over here nicely. Let's see here. If I put like a person here, would you see them? Pretty well, actually, so good. Camera can see it. Since I've had a past game where I noticed you didn't see it, two people for a while because they were hiding behind a container and you couldn't see them. The other thing is I'm going to actually keep the card out for tactical reroll because I realized I was using the tactical reroll for things that I couldn't use the tactical reroll for. Because I'm just so used to regular Warhammer 40k where it's just kind of like you get a reroll of any dice with some limitations that they've added, but mostly it was just anything like how many shots, stuff like that. In this, it's just advance roll, charge roll, psychic test, deny the witch test, hit roll, wound roll, saving throw, injury roll, or nerve test. So, can't reroll damage, stuff like that. I really caught on to that when I was reading the Sisters of Battle, and there's a stratagem to reroll how many shots the Flamer has. The only annoying thing is you have to spend the command point before you even roll. So if you spend the command point, roll 6, and go, that's how many shots I want, you kind of wasted your command point. Anyway, moving on. The Necrons have the greatest strategic advantage because they're the Necrons. They get to choose their deployment zone. And then we'll have Astra Militarum go last. So, where do Necrons want to deploy? Necrons will choose over here because it's just kind of mean. That one is still kind of, once you get over here, you can just start lighting it up. So Astro Militum has to start deploying. Well, there's always just putting someone next to the objective because being on the objective matters a whole lot. And they'll put the Necron leader on the objective. Yep. Okay, so up to 4 inches. That's okay. This guy's still within. It was just a moment of like, oh crap! Did I not realize that? But it's totally within. Yeah. So I could put someone right here and they'll actually start having shots at Necrons already. Well, how about a sniper who's now in cover? Okay, he's got boxes around him to keep him covered. Let's put Melta here. He can go around. The only problem with Melta is he's a little too good at putting things down because these Necrons come back to life on your damage roll. So when you have a damage of 6, let's say, it's very likely to just kind of go, and Necron's back alive. Alright. Well, they'll at least put someone who's got barrels. I mean, yeah, his view is this thing blocks this guy. Barrels will block this guy. And he's going to kind of get up close. Right, there's one thing I need to check real quickly on rules, because I saw on Reddit someone make a comment that I didn't think applied for the rules, but I can double check the quick reference in the back. Okay, I hadn't really been playing that, and I totally missed that somehow. The obscured bonus to an injury roll only happens if you're within 1 inch of a terrain. Ugh. How did I miss that for all this time? Within 1 inch of a model or... Oh, and within 1 inch of a model or piece of terrain that is between the two models. So as long as they're 1 inch away from some kind of terrain that's between the two, even if it's not the terrain. Like as soon as I put this one, like there, he's between the two. Well, I guess he's technically obscuring with his gun and shit like that. Anyway. Back to these guys. We should have comms kind of like hanging out here to help this. Okay, so you can pretty much go right here. Start walking over to shoot people on the objective. Which means we need at least another person on the objective. Yeah, get them kind of walking over there. I think they can at least stay on here for a while. He's going for defend some things. I don't even know what kind of line of sights I have here. What's... I know this guy could shoot that person pretty well. Oh, the rest of Team Tempestus. I have 2 more models. I could put them in reserve. We'll put these 2 in reserve. Granted, for this game, you get a point for each model you take out of action, right? Yep, every model you take out of action, you get a point. And you get a point for each round that you're holding the objective. So technically, Necrons have an extreme advantage because their numbers are so low. They just have to kill like 1 guy each turn, and they'll just keep building up points faster than... So they don't even really need to sit on their objective if they really want to. But they will, because, you know, they want to completely wreck Team Tempestus. Alright. Round 1. Fight. And initiative. So, well, I would say Necrons have the initiative pretty strongly here. And crap, where's my initiative counter? There it is. Weep. Okay. Mander's gonna stay still. What is the range on their guns? Okay, their Gauss blasters are 24. At 12, they'll get 2 shots. And at 12, they'll get the... I'm playing them as the Mephirit. So that means at 12, they'll get their guns to be AP -3, which is intense. So this guy's going to move forward just so he's behind the barrel so that way he can get all that sweet injury bonus. This guy doesn't fully care. I think that will still make him at least obscure for some shots. Well, this guy, he'll be out. These 2, he'll be out in the open. I think. Nope, he's technically obscured. He just won't... I just gotta remember it doesn't count to his injury. Yeah, they only have a 5-inch movement, so I kind of have to... I'm going to just say this terrain's so short, and they're just going to stumble over it. He's going to light them up pretty well. Yeah, he wants these shots to be better. And you'll stumble on over and get behind. This guy, since I think these guys will have some problems. Now Tempestus. Ready. 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 This guy will... Well, I should make him actually go around that. Still got his foot behind some boxes. At least from this guy. And this guy, he's out in the open. So these 2 are just can kind of kill each other pretty bad. Oh. Alrighty. ready. She doesn't really want to charge him because it will just kind of get fucked. But instead, we'll kind of go, hey, I'm in your face. Because now the barrels count as cover between the two of them. And these barrels were already given cover, so she doesn't really care that she's blocking their shots. But getting in a good distance for charge later. Alright, Necrons are at 2 command points right now. Do they want to try to decisive shot something? And they're thinking about it. I mean, when you have a level 4 leader where you can roll and gain command points afterwards, it's kind of nice. Oh, wait. At the end of movement, Tempestus is going to spend a command point to drop 2 Tempestus in. Oh, yeah. One thing I think I checked it up last time with the Tempestus drop. But do they have to be together? Or can they just be kind of like, I'm over here on my own? Yeah, it just says set them up anywhere. It doesn't say that they have to be like unit cohesion or anything like that. So let's spread these guys out. Oh, right. I did that last time with the Heretic Astartes. I spread out. I verified beforehand. Okay. I don't know why I had to check again. These two are spread out and have... can light that guy up. But they only have 1 command point, so they can't spend 2 points for decisive shot. Necrons say, screw it, they're not going to spend that because there's really not many reasons to. They think these people will have plenty of shots because, heck, every time it's going to be hard to kill these Necrons. So, Necron leader is just going to light some people up. He's going to light this one up, and it's right out in the open. 2 shots, 3s to hit, 1 hit, strength 5, so 3 to wound. Wounds, because it's at the half range, it's AP minus 3, so goes right through the armor and goes straight to an injury roll. I will spend a tactic, the reroll tactic, since I can reroll injury rolls. So, reroll. Got that 6 and the model is dead. Now, with the leader's tactic, trait, really, not tactic, trait. After I spend points on a tactic, I roll a die. On a 5 up, I would gain a command point, but I don't. So, the Necrons are at 1 command point. Now, Tempestus firing their ready models. Collins will add 1 to her shot roll. She will fire 2 shots at the Necron. She will overcharge it. So it's going to be 3s to hit. Yeah, I'm going to switch some dice around because I've had Necron dice on this side and Tempestus dice on that side, which doesn't make sense because that's where the deployed are. Alright. So Plasma, overcharge, add 1 from the comm, so it's 3s to hit on this guy. And reroll 1s because Sniper. So 2 hits. 2s to wound. And it's a 5. So 2 wounds. So 2 6-up saves by this Necron. Failed them both. So it goes through, damage 2. I got a 6, so it doesn't matter because on a 6, reanimation protocols. It's not out of action, it would just suffer and does not suffer a flesh wound. Instead, restored to 1 wound remaining with no flesh wounds. Do I want to dare try to spend a command point to reroll that? Sure, I'll spend a command point and reroll that and hope I don't get a 6. Or I could roll and get the exact same result. A 6 and a 5. Because, dang, I'm really good at getting those 6s. Alright, so this guy's obscured for everyone. Let's have this Tempestus firing into the model. 4 is to hit, because obscured. 1 hit. Oh, right. Half range. Oh, they are half range, right? Oh, yeah. Well within half range. And 6s will generate more shots. So, strength 3 versus toughness 5. 5 to wound. Failed to wound. This model, 2 shots. 4 is to hit. Taking out barrels. 1 hit. 5 to wound. Fails to wound. Oh, this model. I mean, everyone's obscured for whoever he shoots at. He's actually going to shoot at this guy. 4 shots, 4s to hit. Wow. And that 6 generates another shot. Which doesn't hit, but that's okay. It's still 4 hits. Strength 4 versus toughness 4, so 4 is to wound. By the way, my mic is tilted, so there we go. Back to actually have the mic facing my face. So 3 wounds. It's AP minus 2, so 3 5-up saves, right? Hot shot volley is... Yep, AP minus 2, so 3 5-up saves for that Necron. Holy heck! Well, there's their 6s and 5s that the Necrons have been eating. Now comms can shoot. Still within range, so 2 shots, 4s to hit. 6s generate shots, but doesn't hit. So 2 hits, 5s to wound. No wounds. Now Necrons can shoot, and they can shoot someone first. Yeah, he's just going to shoot the Melta. Actually, because Melta has such a good chance of just, like, overkilling him so bad that he just keeps coming back alive since they can likely roll a 6, that's actually not that important to him. In fact, the only shot before they can get... Well, I mean, this would be to shoot before he gets shot. And he could shoot this guy before he gets shot. Yeah, so he will shoot the Melta. Right? No, they want to get people off the objective. Because if all 3 people, Necrons, take someone off the objective, then Tempestus is in a really bad shape. So, he will fire into that model. Yep, scared by barrels. 4s to hit. So, by the way, for their... Since this is one of the actual fire team players, they're playing as Die Hard, Lucky, and Skilled. So Skilled allows me to reroll 1s in shooting phase. So he gets that. Whoop, that was a 6, so that's a hit. Strength 4. No, Strength 5. Either way, it's still 3 to wound. It wounds. AP minus 3. So, well, as long as he's... Yeah, he was in the double tap, so goes through. Damage 1. Just spend a command point, reroll it. And just put an injury on this guy. And hope that the guy fails his morale check. She's actually going to try to shoot this guy first. He's obscured, obviously. So 4 to hit. Because it's not long range. But still missed. Missed with that close. Well, no one's left to shoot this guy except maybe that guy. Except that guy's main target is him. So he doesn't really care to shoot now. Instead, we'll have him shoot these 2. But real quick. How open are those 2 to him? Alrighty. This one is out in the open, but if it dies, then that one will be out in the open. This one's only obscured because of his buddy. So we're going to split shots. We'll resolve that one first. 3 to hit. Miss. They don't have any command points. Oh. I spent a command point to re-roll at one point. So Commander's tactic was to roll and get... Well, they didn't get a command point back. So the other shot hitting there. That one's 4 to hit. That one hits. 3 to wound. That wounds. It goes on through. It's AP minus 3. Now, damage roll. So, obscure. This time they obscured by 1 inch. So that would be minus 1 to come 4. But it's still dead. Now, Melta just has to shoot the guy who's out. Who's technically obscured by this guy kind of thing. So, it's 1 shot, 4 to hit. Or, you get the 6 and then... Oh, right, orders. It would have been take aim to that one. I was thinking about that beforehand. I was even thinking that. I was like, oh yeah, I'll give him take aim. And I just forgot to do it. So that reroll 1s kind of thing. Either way, 1 hit. 2 to wound. It wounds. AP minus 4, so it actually goes through. But what's the damage? I can't spend a command point to reroll that anyway. So it's 6 damage. So if any of these are 6s, I'm in bad shape. Look at that. He's very much back up alive. This is why they didn't care about the meltagun, is because he just fires and goes through the guy and he goes, I didn't care. That's actually really rough, as a meltagun just keeps going, doing nothing. Alright, I was going to count points as they happened. Right now, Necrons have 2 points. The reason to count that is because I have to count objective points as well. So the next shooting, this guy is going to put 2 shots on that model. Because if he kills that one has to still take a morale check. And no one has any command points, so they can't make him automatically pass. So 2 shots, 4s to hit. 2 hits, 3s to wound. Oh. That's it. They got nothing for that. No command points to spend. And now this guy shoots into there. This box doesn't block, so he's out in the open. 2 shots, 3s to hit. No rerolls. 5 to wound. Wow, he actually got a wound. AP minus 2, so 5 up save. Failed, no command points to spend. Injury roll. Hey, he actually took the model out of action without causing it to respawn. So they actually get 1 command point here. That was actually a really important kill, too. This Necron's actually going to shoot at him. Because this guy can go over to an objective and get points later. So he's just going to shoot him. That's an important target. Funny enough, drawing from like the shoulder, it just goes past these boxes to keep the feet in the open. So it isn't out in the open shot. So 3s to hit. 2 hits. 3s to wound. 1 wound. It was enough to go through, though. He's AP minus 3 still. And then damage dice is still killed. That is all shooting. No one's in melee. The Necrons would only do a break test once 3 are dead and injured, which is not the case right now. Tempestus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotta keep remembering that they're at 9 models. They need one more. Once one more is injured or dead, they're on a break test. But this one has to take an injury morale check. There's someone next to him for help. That would become a 7. That's still a fail, because a regular scion is 6. But Voxcaster is still on the field. So, gets a pass in the end. So at the end of the round, Team Tempestus owns an objective. They gain 1 victory point. I'm guessing that's completely true. In addition, at the end of each battle round, each player scores 1 victory point for each objective they control. So, right now, Necrons are still in the lead, but not by much. So, round 2. Necrons only go up by 1 command point, while Tempestus goes up by 2. Initiative. Necrons again. They're getting him back to get on the objective. And these two will ready up. Okay, Team Tempestus. Ready these two. Ready the meltagun. Ready the plasma gun. Whoops, it's a bump. Okay, that's moved. That would be 2 inches. There. Get in range of shooting them, but still giving the ability to do comms. And she will declare charge on this Necron. So Necron, well, let's see here. It's an easy charge. If the Necron falls back, he can make it a hard charge. And still hold the objective. So he's going to fall back. Making it so you can no longer shoot. But making that a nearly impossible charge distance. Or, you know, she just goes, no, I am the fighting queen. 2, 7, 10. Right into his face. So yeah, we got model there. I think you could see that. You can at least kind of see something. Necron and Tempestor right there. Locked in melee. So there's not even a point to say can't shoot. They're in melee. So, who shoots first with Necrons? This guy's going to shoot first, and he's going to shoot that one. Well, actually, he's just going to shoot first into the Melta, just to get the Melta to stop shooting at them. He's annoyed by him. I need to actually double check, because the foot obscured. Actually, no. Because looking down at him, he can see. So, 3 to hit. Both hit. And 3 to wound. No wounds. They have 1 command point. They'll spend 1 to reroll a wound roll. They got it. It goes through. Damage 1. I'm surprised. This is the first time I've had a cocked dice on this table. This is how I know it's cocked. I can't balance another dice on top of it. Still 2. They don't have any more command points, so it's still just an injury. But it's still enough to cause a break test. One thing I just remembered is the kill team has lucky, which means they can reroll their saving throws of 1. But it doesn't matter because they're all, still there, no injuries, so it's not like anything changed that. But the leader didn't have a chance. I know he rolled like a 1 at some point, but he didn't have that ability, and he's dead for reasons that actually matter. So, next person to shoot. Well, these both are injured. Oh, right. Oh, wow. He's actually within range for orders, so he will get take aim. Screw it, the Melta will try to shoot at the one model that's obscured. No, he's got to shoot at the model who's not obscured, just because he's taking so many penalties. So he will fire. It's 4 to hit because he's injured. Or, he'll generate that extra shot, which is, he got take aim, so he rerolls 1s. So 1 hit still. 2 to wound. It wounds, AP minus 4, so there's no save for that model. Damage, I'm in Melta range, so I roll 2 to select the highest. Hey, damage 2. Ooh, they have a chance of not killing him. Well, they're going to spend a command point to reroll that injury roll. It doesn't say... Stop rolling 6s. So, yeah, he's fired. Guy just reanimates. God, I tried. Since it doesn't say that I have to spend it on a failed roll, I could have just gone like, hey, I wanted to re-roll this to try to get a flesh wound or something. But nope. Well, he can shoot next. He's going to shoot the injured guy for obvious reasons. So 4 is to hit because obscured. 1 hit. 3 to wound. It wounds. It goes on through. Injury roll. No command points to spend. But still, this guy goes up to 2 flesh wounds, which is really bad for him. Well, he's going to try 4 shots. Well, first this guy's going to shoot at the Necron in front of him. He's got to try. 2 shots, 3s to hit. Well, a 6 to generate more shots. I'm still surprised that I haven't seen anything about this, but it does not say that I can't generate more shots. As of the time of recording this anyway, they haven't FAQ'd that. So, 3 hits. 5s to wound. They have 1 command point. They'll spend it. They want to get at least... There we go. We got 1 wound. 5 up save for that Necron. He can reroll 1s, but not 2s, so it failed. Injury roll. They'll take that. By the way, they have Die Hard, which actually makes that a 2. Yep. He needed to roll a 5 to actually kill this guy. Because if he rolled a 6, the guy just comes back to life. Yeah, 1 in 6 chance to kill him. Even with the guy out in the open. And of course, if the guy was obscured, he pretty much doesn't have any way of killing the guy. He literally can't kill the guy unless he just keeps adding flesh wounds to him. That's why Necrons are going to be really difficult to kill in this game. Well, he's going to actually shoot at one of the other Necrons. Because, hey, if you put flesh wounds on everything, that can break a team as well. Well, let's see here. He's got 2 injuries, and it's going to be obscured no matter what. So he's going to be 6s to hit whatever he shoots. So let's fire that guy. 6s to hit, 4 shots. It's kind of like a roll for someone who's really injured. This one, comms will add 1 to her shot roll. And because both targets are obscured, she's going to split shots between both of them. And she will overcharge. So she will fire. I am within the 12. I'll confirm that, right? Yep. So the first shot going into this model, it's going to be 3 to hit. Reroll 1s. No command points to spend. So, yeah, it's just a miss. The other shot going into that model, that is a hit. 2 to wound. That is a wound. 6-up save. Failed. Damage is still 2. And no command points to reroll that, so the 6 causes him to stay alive. God, this 6 keeping them alive part is really rough. Well, now non-ready models can shoot. Starting with Necron, so he will shoot this guy. He's just right in front of him. He's actually going to be forced to hit because he's got an injury on him. Still got that hit. 3 to wound. Got the wound. Goes on through. Injury roll. Another flesh wound on Team Tempestus. This model will shoot. Yeah, this one's out in the open for her. And it's double tap range. So 2 shots, 3s to hit. Or you can just whiff everything. Okay, melee time. So the Tempestor charged in with a chainsword. So she gets 3 attacks. 3s to hit. Right, shooting phase, so those don't generate any more attacks or anything, so it's just 2 hits. 5s to wound. Or you can just snake eyes it. Alright, he's got 1 attack back, 3 to hit. It hits. Strength 4, so 3 to wound. Fails to wound. So, melee resolved, nothing happened. No one controls this objective, though. But before we even see who controls objectives, we need to start looking at morale. He can't fail it. They're leadership 10. Even if all other 4 models were dead, a roll of a 6 is still a 10, so he can't fail. But they don't have to do a break test because they still need 1 more injured to do that. Tempestus for sure has to do a break test. And they succeed. They don't break. Not yet, anyway. They still have a lot of leadership checks to do right now. Well, they don't care about Melta, so they're not going to roll him first. In fact, they're going to roll this guy first. 2. With the guy next to him, too, that's also still a pass, so passed. That's a fail. Voxcaster is still good, so ooh. That's a strong fail from that one. This guy. That's a fail. Reroll because of Vox. And he gets his pass. See, this is where you needed your low rolls, dude. But you still roll 6s when I don't want you to roll 6s. So, because they have 1 guy up, they still hold this objective. So they gain 1 command point. It's actually tie right now for the game. Somehow. Necrons go up 1 command point. Tempestus go up 2 command points. And it is round 3. Initiative time. Because what the is going on here? Tempestus actually has initiative. She can only stay. She can't ready up. Ready, and ready. Necrons, they don't want to fall back because they can't shoot if they fall back. And that changes nothing there. Just makes it so that way maybe Tempestus actually owns the objective. So these two will ready up because they're going to just, again, try to obliterate everything. Because if they kill... I mean, killing models does give you points, so... It makes sense. Alright. So, Tempestus has the initiative. They can shoot with their ready model first. We're going to do plasma. Comms is going to add 1. They're actually going to spend a command point for the sniper rule to give her another +1 to her shot rolls. That way it's going to be 2 to hit on that guy, right? Because it's +2, which would be insane, but -1 for obscured, so it's really still +1. Usually 3's to hit, so yes. 2 to hit. So let's fire that 2 to hit. Overcharging. Reroll 1s. 2 hits. That's why she did it. 2 to wound. Wounds. 6 up save. Failed it. Not a 1, so he can't reroll it. Damage 2. They'll spend a command point to reroll that. They really don't want. There we go. Flesh wound. Shot on there. 2 to hit because of all those modifiers. So it hits. 2 to wound. It wounds. 6 up save. Lucky. So it gets to reroll that. Is that cocked? Yes, it is. Saved. It's worth a shot. Now there you go. He's going to try to obliterate that guy. 4 is to hit. 1 hit. 3 to wound. That's a wound. Goes on through. Injury roll. Well, +1 because he has an injury, so dead. And that means 4 points for Necrons now. Melta's going to shoot in the guy who has no injury. Obscured and injured, so it's 5s to hit. Doesn't hit. Oh, right. Well, he would have been given take aim because it's still in range, but nothing happened. Well, since that guy's worth a lot, this guy's going to shoot into him. He's just obscured, so 4's to hit. Well, you know, you just whiff everything. Woof. Well, this guy's out in the open. She really wants to shoot him, but she's worried that she'll get a 6 on the injury. But she might be able to take him out completely. Should she try? Well, if she hits the guy who doesn't have injury, she might be able to get an injury and then cause a break test. Well, they're at a break test right now. That's the thing. If she removes his flesh wound, they won't be taking a break test. So she's going to shoot at that guy. 4's to hit, though, because obscured. But hey, 2 hits. Unfortunately, he needs 5s and 6s to wound. So, failed to wound. This model, he doesn't think that guy's coming up. So he's actually going to shoot the comms to try to take out the comms. Pretty sure comms is out in the open for him. We'll verify real quick. Yeah, I was curious about that, like, little stubble. Comms is out in the open. But he has an injury, so 4 is to hit. 1 hit. 3 to wound. Fails to wound. They have a command point. They're spending it. Because it wounds, goes through, injury roll. So, another flesh wound. Caused the possibility of Voxcaster failing. Oh yeah. We go into non-ready models, which actually is going to be the Tempestor, because the Tempestor has a pistol. So she's going to fire, 3 to hit. She just failed. Now we go on to melee. Tempestus goes first, so she's got 3 attacks, 3's to hit. 1 hit, 2 hits. 5's to wound. Failed to wound. Necron punches back. 3 to hit. Failed to hit. Yeah, she was just trying to tie him up so that they couldn't hold this objective. Well, all shooting has commenced. Tempestus still needs to do their break tests for morale phase. 7. Tempestor is 7, so they still passed. Now we roll morale. This one's super important. They don't have any command points to spend to automatically pass, so they rolling it first because best odds. Caught. Failed. Voxcaster is still good. That's an 8. That's a failed for sure. Him. That's now a 7 because of that guy. So reroll because of Voxcaster. He clearly failed. Voxcaster, you need a 1. But you can reroll because you're still up at the moment. Now you're no longer up. Necrons. They're unlikely to fail their break test. 7. They didn't fail their break test. There's 0 reason to roll for their injuries because they literally cannot fail their injuries. So that's that. Necrons go up 1 command point. Tempestus goes up 2. I'm going to be editing out a lot of sneezes. Round 4. Yeah. No one was holding any objectives that time, so no one went up by objective. So Necrons still are winning still. Who's got the initiative? Tempestus again. I mean, as much as she would love to kill him, she's going to stay there. Hopefully her pistol eventually does it. Oh yeah, I should mark this. Plasma's just going to ready up. She's just going to hope to shoot some things. And Necrons are actually just going to ready up because then they can shoot quickly. So they don't really care about the positioning. They're doing pretty well. And these are all worth points if they kill them. So it's kind of worth killing them. And they're not going to fall back out of combat because that just gives them the possibility of Tempestus owning the objective. And Tempestus will still shoot at them, no problem. With no penalty, basically. Okay. So, Plasma goes first. She will spend 1 command point to increase her shot. Add 1 to her shot rolls. Columns can't add because columns is shaken. So, we'll shoot at this model. So, 3 to hit. Will overcharge because, sniper. The only person in any orders range is that one, but can't take orders because shaken. So, no orders. So, 3 to hit. Reroll 1s. Hits. 2 to wound. Wounds. 6-up save. Okay, you will make a 6-up save. 3 to hit the other target. Hits. 2 to wound. Wounds. 6 up save. Failed it. Damage 2. Huzzah! Well, the model is obscured. But within 1 inch from the model, that's between... Well, the model's not between them. Just part of it. It's basically... Well, this is between them. I don't know really how they count that, but it's technically between them. It's within 1 inch of it, so -1 from obscured. -1 from die hard. So this still becomes a 3. So it's still only a flesh wound. Because level 4 Necrons are basically impossible to kill. But if somehow this model does a flesh wound on here, that actually will automatically break Team Necron. Because if you have everyone with a flesh wound, your team breaks. It's the only way the Tempestus is going to break the Necrons. Well, Necrons might as well go get some victory points. He will shoot into that model. I guess he should have moved because obscured and injured is 5s to hit. Doesn't matter, still gets that hit. 3 to wound. It wounds. It goes on through. I can roll an injury roll, but it doesn't matter because he had 2 flesh wounds, so dead. So 5 points. You're just going to win by killing him. This Necron's going to shoot into him because he's out in the open for that Necron. So 4s to hit. Skilled, so he gets to reroll 1s. So the 5 hits, 3 to wound. Wounds, goes on through. So injury. 4. Dead. 6 points. This is kind of where they mulch everything. Firing into them. Pretty sure they're out. This comms is actually out in the open to him. So 4s to hit because injured. 1 hit, 3 to wound. Failed to wound. They have a command point. They'll spend it. Why not? Aw, they failed. Trying to get that last kill in, but didn't. Non-ready models. This one with their pistol. 3 to hit. Hits. 5 to wound. Fail to wound. Won't spend a command point because it's probably going to need it for morale. Melee time. Still Tempestus in the initiative. So 3 attacks. 1 hit. 5 to wound. Hey, gets a wound. He gets a 3-up armor save, and he can reroll 1s, but he got a 2 and failed that. So, injury roll. He's diehard, so that's just a flesh wound. But Team Necron will automatically fail break test because they had all models injured. Go, little Tempestor. You actually broke the team. Well, now the Necron punches back. He's 4 to hit because he has an injury. Doesn't hit. I mean, granted, them breaking doesn't really change anything because they still can't fail the morale checks. But it still makes it where they will take more penalties because they're injured and like that. So, Team Tempestus, do they break? 6? No. Only model that needs to roll a morale check, they'll spend the command point for bravery. Look at that. All their models are good. Necrons fail. They break. That doesn't automatically end the game. If it was one of those levels, then that would be the only way Team Tempestus would win. Like, that's the thing, is if it was when a team breaks, the game ends, and whoever broke lost, that would be the only way Team Tempestus would be able to win against this set of Necrons, because they roll to see if the game ends, actually. And it doesn't. Necrons can continue to just murder everything. I mean, Team Tempestus has to murder more Necrons to win. Round 5. Necrons go up 1 command point. Tempestus goes up 2. Who's got that initiative? Tempestus again, so the indicator stays over here. Since comms is worth a point, comms is going back here to hide. Ready up. Can't choose to ready up. Necrons. Getting on top of an objective. Yeah, burp. Causing some more obscurity kind of things. To really screw around with shots. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Yeah, trying to maybe help this guy eventually, but, can't at the moment. Alright. Yeah, comms is well within the 3 inches. So, shooting phase. Comms will add 1 to her shot roll. And she will spend 1 command point to make her shots better, as she will target this guy. Yeah, that's 2 shots because he's still within the range. It's now going to be 2s to hit because she did the whole comms and spend a command point. So 2 hits, 2s to wound, 2 wounds, 2 6-up saves for him. Failed them both. Damage 2. That is a 6, so she's going to spend their final command point to reroll this injury roll because doesn't want that guy to just stand back up. Huzzah! So he's got an injury, which takes out basically his diehard, but he's obscured. Okay, so diehard and obscured -2, but +1 because of injury. That becomes still a -1, still a 4, still actually dead. They got a point for killing something. It's been a while. But that's kind of their only point. So now we go to non-rated models. We'll do the pistol into the Necron. Doesn't hit. He's gonna shoot plasma since that's his only target. So obscured. He's got an injury. And his team is broken. So it's 6s to hit. So go you, Team Tempestus. You made it so that way Necrons really can't do anything. Well, he's skilled, so he gets to reroll those 1s. Is that cocked? Yes. Either way, 1 hit, 3 to wound. Doesn't wound, but they have a command point to spend to make a wound. AP -3 still, so it goes on through. Injury. How well does the barrel actually obscure, or is it just other things that obscured? Oh, definitely the barrel's obscuring. So that's definitely a 3. So, another flesh wound on Team Tempestus. Man, this is one of the games with the most flesh wounds on people. Like, people aren't really dying. Mostly because Necrons, but it took a while to really... Tempestus might break if this model gets an injury because of melee. He can't see anyone, actually, so he can't shoot anything. Already shot, so we just go on to melee. 3 attacks. 3s to hit. 2 hits. 5s to wound. No wounds. 1 attack. Injured and broken. So 5. Doesn't hit. Does Team Tempestus finally break? 8. Yes. They have enough command points, but we'll roll for that one. 2 plus 6 is an 8, so that would be a fail. So reroll because Voxcaster. Failed. Reroll Plasma. Passed. Roll on Vox. Failed, but reroll. Failed. And this is where it gets even sadder. Because she is shaken, and Necrons can't fail because they're leadership 10. Necrons hold this objective. Necrons gain a command point at the end of the round. I mean, not gain a command point. They earn a victory point at the end of the round because of that. So now they're even crushing it even more. Like, Tempestus would have to kill all 3 of these to match points. So clearly, Tempestus aren't going to win. The game continues. Oh my god. Round 6. Final round. Both teams only go up 1 command point because the Tempestor is shaken. Somehow, Team Tempestus still has the initiative. She's going to ready up. Actually, he's just going to stomp, 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 stomp. Be like, yo. It's like, I'm obscured, but I don't think you're going to get me. And stomp, 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 stomp. And he's just going to stay there because he's like, I can still pound on this model and continue to have the objective kind of thing. So shooting. She's going to be broken and injured. So it's already going to be 5s to hit. That guy's not sitting on an objective. He's going to be obscured though, so it'll be 6s to hit. Does she want to go for the guy? The guy on the objective is technically more important. Except this guy can kill the comms too. She's going to overcharge, shoot into this guy. 2 shots. 5s to hit. Nothing. Now non-ready models. He's shooting into comms. Injured, broken, so 5s to hit. 1 hit, 3 to wound. Look at that. Wounds, goes on through, injury roll. He has a command point. He's going to spend it just to rub it in. Dead. Another victory point for the Necrons. Seriously, Tempestus had no chance. He's shooting into plasma. Injured. Verified, right? Yeah. Injured, broken team, obscured, 6s to hit. Reroll 1s because skilled team missed, but hey, if he had hit the plasma and killed the plasma, that would have been sad. Melee, this Necron punches the Tempestor. He needed a 5 to hit because team was broken and he's injured. Teams are all still broken. So they spend a command point on Team Tempestus to make her automatically pass. So why not? And then it's just Plasma who would have to roll. Who failed and becomes shaken. And Necrons just, go, whatever. We can't fail. So at least Necrons don't get a point for this objective, but they're holding that objective, so they go up to 9 points. They more than doubled Team Tempestus in the end, because from the beginning, they had the advantage, purely because of model count, really. I mean, they killed 7 models. Yeah, of their 9 points, 2 of them are from objectives. The rest are from kills. While Tempestus, well, I guess 2 of them are from objectives and 2 of them are for kills. No one really was on objectives long enough, even on 6 turns. So game ends because it ends after turn 6. And that was a miserable game for Tempestus. Have a fabulous day, everybody.